Hey, good morning. Erik Cortina here. So as you can see behind me, we made a lot of progress on digging the ditch for the underground. We're supposed to have a big rain on Sunday. We had nothing, but I guess I'm thankful for that. We started this ditch on Friday and Saturday and put all the dirt on that side because, again, we're supposed to have a big rain. Anyway, this ditch is 5 feet deep, 24 inches wide. Well, I had my guys here working on Friday and Saturday. They got this far. But today, the electricians are here. They're gonna start mounting the panels on the building. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this ditch all the way to the pole so that we can start putting the pipe in the ground. And hopefully we'll pour concrete this week and get my three-phase up and running. Does anybody know how to run this excavator? I'll show you. The button needs to be out and this needs to be up. Makes no sense why it needs to be up, but it needs to be up like this. All right, now it starts. All right, so once you get it started, these two right here are to move your machine forward or back. If you pull back, the bucket goes up. If you go forward, the bucket goes forward. Okay? Left and right, this is how you pivot. If you go to the right, the machine pivots to the right. If you go to the left, it goes to the left. On the right side, if you pull to the left, you see the bucket roll back. I guess, I don't know if that's roll back or whatever. It curls in. And if you go the other way, it goes that way. If you go forward, it extends the bucket or the boom like this. And if you pull back, you retract the boom. There's two ways to set up the excavator. You can do it, I think this is the excavator mode, and then there's a backhoe mode. This is the way I learned, and every machine that you get has two modes. So whichever one you learn on, if they don't have it on that, then you can always just switch it. And this one's already set up, so I don't have to worry about switching it. But if it wasn't, then I would just switch it. And it's gonna be very obvious because it's not gonna operate the way I just showed you. It'll just seem backwards. There's a lever down here, and that's how you lift the blade. And once you lift the blade, now you can move, right? You want to move these at the same time so you go straight. If you only move one, then that's only going to move the right track. And if you move this one, it moves the left track. So this is how you would turn, okay? You can also use your feet to operate this. Another thing that I like to do, let me switch around so I can show you, is, for example, I'm headed towards the pole, okay? My guys did a line right there on the ground. That's fine. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll towards that pole and just head straight towards the pole. All right, just like that. What that's gonna do is just gonna leave an imprint on the grass. I'll show you. See, I can see my tracks on the grass. And because I went straight for the teleport, the electric pole, all I have to do is stay on those tracks and I'm gonna hit the pole. And then the ditch is gonna be perfect. So that's one way to do it. These pedals make the boom turn at this pivot right here. The reason for that is if I was trenching or excavating along a fence line, I'll show you how we do a fence line. We do it like this, okay? And now you can see you can trench offset. And now your boom is lined up with your track, and now you can trench along a fence line. Pretty much the basics of an excavator. And the big excavators and the small ones, they're all the same. Which is pretty cool because you can learn on a little one and then you can hop on a really big excavator and operate it the same way. That's cool. Alright, so the electricians are installing the conduit. This is where the transformer is going to be. We had to dig down 2 feet because we're going to fill this pad with road base. They call this remove and replace. We remove the bad dirt, we replace it with good dirt, and that's going to ensure that our transformer doesn't sink, or you know, the slab. This is going to be the main disconnect, and then next to it we're going to have some panels. We're going to keep that panel. We're just going to feed it with from there, and we're going to disconnect it from back here. As soon as they get done with this, they're gonna, you know, keep on going down the ditch, installing the rest of the pipe until they get to the pole over there. Which, what do you think? A couple of hours? You knock this out? 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't seem as confident as I am. It's okay. So inspection tomorrow, day after. I can't even get them to call me back. So we may have a few days before we get inspection. Obviously, I'm trying to get it inspected ASAP so we can pour this concrete and move on to hooking up the 3-phase to the machine. But anyway, everything takes time. Walking the plank now so we can get across the ditch. I'm thinking this slab that we're going to pour is going to be to the corner of this building. I have this door right here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to extend that slab maybe another 4 feet, and then just kind of create a sidewalk all the way to here. What do you think? I think that's going to work well. Eventually I'm going to put privacy fence around this and just hide all this electrical stuff. That transformer needs to get removed. We're going to pour the slab, and then we're going to place both transformers back on here, which means I'm not going to have power for a few days at my house. But oh well. Gotta do it right. If we're gonna do it, might as well do it right. If you are having to do this at your house, which I already did when I did that 6 years ago, 3-phase requires 3 pipes. Single phase, which is technically 2-phase, but whatever. Single phase requires 2 pipes. So if I had threw an extra pipe in the ground 7 years ago, I would not have to do all this. We could have simply removed that transformer, ran the extra wire, or maybe replaced the 2 existing, and we could have simply placed the new transformer on that pad, and then I could have powered everything from the 1 transformer. So what I'm saying is, if you're having to do this, throw an extra pipe in the ground. It's not that much more cost, but if you ever have to upgrade to 3-phase, you're ready to go. But I wish I had done that now. Back then I thought, well, I'll never get 3-phase, I don't have to worry about it. Well, guess what? The other option was to simply dig up that 1 ditch that we already dug and add another pipe, which I didn't want to do, so we just did another ditch. Alright, so I'm debugging my first program. I did it on Fusion 360. This is for my Easy Tuner, and we're almost there. It's just not quite working yet. And what I'm doing right now, if you can tell, I'm just cutting air. So I have a bars chucked up in the chuck, but I disabled the transfer, so I'm not doing the transfer, so that chuck is never gonna let go. But I do have a bar in there, and I'm telling the lathe that right there where the tools are at, that is the end of the part. Obviously it's not. So I'm doing what's called air cutting, and I have the program here ready to go. So let's see what it does, and I'm gonna slow it down. All right, lights green. You can see the turrets moving, and you can see the chuck is indicating. Every time it retracts, the chuck will indicate. See that? All right, now we're gonna tap. There it goes. There's 1 hole. Now the chuck's gonna indicate. There it is. Whoa! All right, so we have an error in the code right there. right there. All right, I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on. And anyway, this is part of it. I'm gonna fix it and figure out what's going on with this. And once I do, once this program runs through the whole, I just gotta figure out why it's stopping at that one line. And obviously it's just gonna cut it off. That's as far as I'm very comfortable right now. The whole transfer is where, so what happens in the transfer, this gets out of the way, this sub spindle speeds over here, opens up like this, like that. See the collet opened up like that. So it would open up and then it comes over this part and it would grab it. And then this one would let go. This one would pull it out. This one would clamp again. Then the cutoff blade would come around. Well, actually the cutoff blade would come around before, but anyway, then the cutoff blade comes in, cuts off the part. Okay, and then this sub spindle would move over there, and then I need to add more tools to the backside of this turret, and those tools would come and finish the part. And then once that's done, this again would move in, the parts catcher would deploy, and then this thing would spit the part inside the parts catcher, and then the process would start all over again, all automated. But again, I'm very comfortable. Well, I'm semi-comfortable doing it to this point, just to cut off, because that's how I've been doing it with my other lathe. I mean, this one is adding the obviously the tapping and all that. This is additional stuff that I cannot do right now, but as you can see, it's working pretty good. I just got to figure out what's going on. By the way, a trainer's coming tomorrow again, so if I can't figure it out, I'll get him to help me. But I obviously want to figure it out on my own, because that's how I learn. Once I figure it out, I never forget it. Like I said, I'll just make some edits to this program. Once I make the edits, figure out what it is that's wrong. If Fusion 360 keeps outputting the same thing, then I just have to edit the post-processor on Fusion 360 so that it always gives me something that works. But that's some of the stuff that I've had to learn in the last couple of months. But hey, it's part of it, right? Moment of truth. Exactly 2.5. I'm using the back of the that step right there on the back of the calipers. That one right there. That's how you measure a step. All right. Now I'm going to set my Z-axis, or my G54, which is my work offset. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a light facing cut right there. And then I'm going to set that as, well, I'll measure and then I'll set that as my, whatever number I get here. Let's just say I get exactly 2.5 inches. I'll set my G54 at 2.5 inches positive, which would set my zero at the face of the chuck. And then we're going to send it. A little bit nervous, to be honest with you.
Shoot, I can't see.
Can't see it. There it goes. Just fell off. Whew. All right. Here's the first tapered easy tuner. Of course, it didn't do the backside, but holy smokes, that thing had me nervous. Ooh, that was a bit scary. And now we still have to program the transfer. That's really gonna scare me, but anyway, there it is. It's what is that? 23. So 11:13 p.m. I'm still here. I think it's time to shut it down. Like I said, the trainer's gonna be here tomorrow. I worked on some stuff. I need to add some more tools to this side of the turret. Anyway, been here, been at it all night again. We have some more packages going out. Steve, your break is on the way. We're down to about 8 of them, which those are going out tomorrow. So let me explain the brake situation. I'm still getting brakes from the machine shop because my lathe is not quite functional yet. And so, you know, like I said, we get a few. As we get them, we send them out. Okay? And of course, you will get a notification when we send it out. So, like I said, these are going out tomorrow. We're going to send some of those as well. But, and I need to do a better job, I admit, at communicating with you guys, because I did send out that email that said tuners are starting to ship. That doesn't mean all of them. Maybe I wasn't clear enough, but anyway, tomorrow I will send out another notice. Whew, man, I'm tired. Anyway, I'll send out another notice tomorrow, or an email, whatever, and kind of explain a little better what's going on. But the point is, they are shipping. Obviously, we're not shipping them all already, which I wish. But anyway, that's what's going on. But yeah, we're making some progress. Like I said this already. I'm training tomorrow, so we're hoping to get this thing up and running very quick. Look how dark it is out here. All right, let's get my phone. So every day I gotta climb up here. Okay, open the door, turn off the breaker, turn the generator off. All right, so, and I gotta jump off every day, and that's it. Then I go inside. Now today's a little bit more dangerous because we have this huge open ditch right here. So we got this plank right here, and you can see we got some pipes in the ground. They go that way and this way. A lot of the stuff got done today. Electricians are coming back tomorrow, and we hope to get this thing done very soon. Anyway, all right, that's all I got. I'm going to sleep, hopefully, and gotta be up early tomorrow because I got a lot of stuff to do before the trainer shows up. Thank you. See ya. Bye bye.
Tonight I'm feeling me, gonna make an ugly scene. Tonight I'm feeling